So I've already decluttered my home. I spent the last couple of years going through and seeing what I could get rid of, but it still feels like it's building up, and I still feel like there's lots of stuff that I'm not using. So I'm going to be brutal this time, and I will talk you through my kind of mindset as I declutter and what kind of questions I ask myself, because it really does make a difference to how quickly you can declutter and let go of items. So I've not got loads of spaces. I've got a couple of food cupboards, got a mug and bacon one, and then I've got one cupboard down here, and I've got some drawers. So I'm literally going to go through step by step, different areas, one area at a time, and complete that area before I move on to the next. So first of all, we're going to look through this drawer and see if we can reduce down what we have. Okay, I use all of those spoons. I do not use this anymore, and if I was to buy any more cowpole, then I would get a new one anyway. I use those clips, that's where I store them, that's fine. I use these to check baking, but to be fair, I only need one, so let's get rid of another. Use those. What I don't use is that big knife, so I need to look into how I can safely dispose of it. I use that one, but it can go up the top there. And that. I do not use these, so they can go. And that's probably the only pin I would use. This next drawer I have already sorted. I'm quite happy with the combinations I've got. I've got some small ones, I've got some glass ones. I do want to get rid of the glass, but they are helpful for baking like pies in when I'm only baking for one. This bottom drawer, I definitely feel like there are things like I don't use this, so that can go. I don't like the taste. I've got some spare bowls because I rotate the bowls regularly for the cat. I do use that one and that one, but I do not use this cake tray, so that one can go. But what I am going to do is I'm going to put in the other baking trays that I've got elsewhere. Next up is this little cupboard. There's various alcohol in the corner, and then down there I've got like barbecue equipment and stuff, and I don't have a barbecue, so I mean realistically it can go. So I'm just going to get everything out because I feel like that's probably the most strategic method. These ones I use daily, so they're all good. This I don't use, so I'm thinking I would like to find a hand one that I could use to grate, because I always buy grated cheese, which I know is slightly lazy, but I do use it, and it's only me that likes the cheese, so it's kind of a waste. I don't use this, but I think I would do this winter. These drawers, we will try and use that. That was our intention, to use it up. We use that for flowers. And I also store spaghetti in them when they've not got flowers. I have spare stuff for my NutriBullet. I would keep that because I would use that as a spare item if it broke, but I don't actually use the spare containers, so I think that one can go. I have got little dips for, the only thing I use this for is chutney, and to be fair, I only use one, so I'm going to keep one because I don't see the point of having more than that. And these are little bowls that I sometimes use for like little chocolate bowls or whatever when I have friends over, but it's very limited that I would use these, so I might just keep that one because it seems more practical and would fit stuff, and I think I will let go of the other two because I just don't use them. I do have a bowl for camembert, but I do use that as well, so it is quite handy to have. I do feel like there's space there and nothing on it. This is the mixing bowl that I use that every day. These I don't use. I was holding on to them in case I did, so now I'm ready to let go. I feel like that's done. These are camping bits that I bought for my son, and you know, potentially we might use those, so I feel like that's okay. I think I would potentially use this, but I just don't know that I would. I don't even know when I got this. But I definitely will not use these tools. So I'm going to clean those up and see if I can sell them. Because I do not have a barbecue. That's an ice scraper for the freezer, I'm guessing. I tend to end up using a knife, but maybe I should be using that. And the other thing I have in there is a mug that was bought for my son. Although I don't have any info about it. It's like a special mug. But it feels pointless to be there, so maybe I just don't have it in there, in the box, because the box is bulky. I was letting go of those, wasn't I? Okay, so that I will keep for the minute, but I am going to see if I can find a hand grater that might be easier for me to use. I use this all the time, and I use my hand blender to make soups. I could do with having that in a bit more of an accessible place, but for the minute, it's fine. I think what's nice is that everything is accessible here. I can still get to everything that I need to, as much as I need to. So I've got rid of a few bits there. Plate wise, I've got enough plates that I need, and I'm quite happy with the setup for saucepans, etc., and for the bowls, so we'll just move them out the way. Okay, what I have got is loads of little bits of alcohol, so I am going to see if anybody else wants them. This is my baking area and vitamins and tea and coffee store, but I feel like some of the baking is there, but it probably shouldn't be there. I could put the baking trays that I've got down with the other trays because it feels like that's quite empty and they don't get used that often. So actually, why is it up here? So I want to move like my flour over to here because I've got quite a bit of room here. I'm just not utilising it in the right way. That one doesn't get used. I recently checked those. I think that one's now out of date, doesn't tell me. Those I do use. So that's now empty. That one does get used. These ones I think I will keep up here. This is my usual cake tin and baking liners, but I don't use a lot of this. So I'm just going to check through. Shape cutters and candles. The candles are looking pretty dire. Actually, I think the cutters are fine. I would use the cutters. So giving that a clean out. Yeah, I think all the candles are pretty bad. I think I will just let go of the candles, and then next time I need candles I will just buy them because they are far too small to use and they are just going to melt on the cake. So that's that. This I do not use. I think that one can go. I don't ever use these, but I might take them to school in case they're handy at school. So that's another option. But because there's other people that do cooking there. Right. Do have spare of that. Keep that together. Don't know why I've kept that. That's out of date. Yeah. That I do use, and those I use. I think I'll have them up there. So I do want to keep that tin up there. I do feel like I use that on that one. I could potentially bring that down. Is that going to shut? Yes. I think I can fit in there. Ideal. And I do keep spare juices up here, but I'm going to have a look at the top because I think I've got some bits up there that I was going to take to school. Right, some more books that I don't use. A net for stuff outside. That can go in the down bottom cupboard because that would make more sense. This I don't like using in the fridge, I've decided, so I stopped using it. And these are my cake ones. And another lid that I don't use. I think that one can probably go. I feel like this could be elsewhere. I feel like they could be in the other one. Let me just get the flour and bring it over. I feel like that would be better. I can still access them. I don't know about the main flour though. I feel like I want that still over here. But I do have more baking stuff that I haven't brought over. That's still close-ish. I feel like I could do with some more of the small boxes up there. The one that's labelled baking at the top, I feel like I could use more of those. I think maybe I do need to move the trays down. I don't feel like it's maximising the space. Maybe I might keep this one, but I don't think I'm going to use the others. I'm not going to be able to use that space quite as I want. I still store juice, but the juice could go at the top. It's not going to fit in there, is it? For now. Okay. As you can see, I've just taken some of the bits out of there because I have some things down here that I just want to be able to put away more easily. Like I just didn't have the room. And I feel like I can probably get some more storage in there. Maybe another basket. Thinking maybe another one of these can go there somewhere. Okay, it's now a couple of days on since I last filmed and I have been to IKEA, went yesterday and I got some more bits. These were like £8 I think each. I got another one of the round ones for pasta and then I got some more of the trays. I won't necessarily use all of them here. I think whatever I don't use, because these are only £1, whatever I don't use here I will probably use at school, so I just wanted to make sure I had enough. But I'm just gonna move a few more bits around here. Some bits needed to move over to the baking area. I've still got the flour there, but I'm undecided about the flour as to where to put it. So thoughts welcome, because I've already got some of these units. I have got some labels, but I don't know where I put those labels. I need to find them. They might be here somewhere in the pot. The mystery continues. But I've definitely got pasta to fill in this one, so I'm going to start doing those bits now. I've got room for another basket up at the top, so I'm going to look at putting some bits in there. It might be that I put the spare rice and like bulky things out of the way because I have my easy access That's usually filled with rice, so I will fill that. I usually have spare rice and spare pasta, so it'd be good to have that in one of those up there as well, ready to go. So I'm gonna have to jump on the side, I can't reach, otherwise bear with. So I've got spare pasta and noodles in there, and I think what I want to do is spare rice. Now I could put flour and then eggs in front, as long as I always get them like that, that works. And then I've got space for the pasta, that works. Because I've got things like this, I just don't have anywhere to put it. I want an easy access option. And like, yeah. It's just nice to know that I've got somewhere to put things. These have been open for way too long. Right, so I've now got space for maybe a couple more of those, but I'm just trying to think if I would need them. Have I got bits in here that I was struggling to fit? See, this is my problem. This is why I have baskets up at the top. I can usually reach them and get the things that I need. So that can now go in this one, potentially there. And cereal could go there. I much prefer cereal away. Easy access still. I didn't have anywhere for that. Maybe that stays up there. I can potentially fit one of these up there. So I could have stuff that I don't need to access up there. Maybe that's the answer. Because I don't reach for those. I still feel like there's wasted space in that corner, but potentially there might be the odd packet that can go in front of that. There's some thoughts. Let me look at the baking area. So if I put up one basket, I could potentially fit another basket in there, or a white tray. That one was too awkward, I feel. That one I can let go of. I feel like that's a better way of putting them away. I know I've got some bits I need to sort through, and I've got like new things that haven't even opened, so I'm going to take everything out first of all, work out what it is I want, and then let go of any excess. I feel like I've got a lot of things that I don't really need. Like I've got too many of these sprays, for example. I feel like I've got too many of these, so I'm going to use that one up and let that one go because I'm about to open a new one anyway. Here are 2 sprays. I could probably put one of the sprays upstairs when I'm done. So I feel like I could probably have a basket of stuff. So maybe I could use this for my stuff for my business. Just a little selection of bits. There's one of the new ones. I'll put those in a minute. It can stay. The instructions for the washing machine and the hood. Right, I tried the refillable sponge and I'm not overly a huge fan. I've got some of these as well. Maybe I could have those in there. That would be good. That's for washing machine. I wonder if it's worth doing that separately as well. I do find that much easier if I can grab stuff. Right, what other things do I have here? A scoop. I don't need the scoop because I use tablets now. That one I will keep. That I need to put salt in, and that is for the oven. These are attachments for the Hoover. That for the Hoover that I've got. These don't need to be easy access, so they can be there. Well, it's good. And then I've got my goodie bag of stuff for taking with me to houses.